This is a maple resin. This is the brand new Transcendent seed that Grow Garden just came out with, and I am going to go ahead and start growing it. But how do you get it? Welcome to the farm market. I call this the farm market because it kind of reminds me of a farm, but welcome to the fall market. This is where you can pick up gear, pets, seeds, cosmetics. Now, the thing is, for a restock to actually happen, you have to submit plants in order for this to refresh all the shops all at the same time. Right now, we do have a tropical one, so we have to go ahead and actually just grab things that are tropical. Now, the Grow Garden Wiki does have everything already placed out for you guys to just kind of go ahead and what the heck? Okay, so the Grow Garden Wiki has everything that you need for this event. So because I need tropical plants, I'm gonna have to go ahead and grab everything that's tropical related. You guys already know the dealio with this. It should be pretty easy for you guys to just go ahead and do this, even by yourself. The only thing is, if you weren't here at the very beginning of this update, there was a bug that obviously a lot of people took advantage of, and I uploaded to my TikTok. But by the time, I want to say an hour afterwards I uploaded that, it seems like all of it was fixed. What was this bug, you may ask? The moment that you come in and you submit any of your plants within the tree, you can immediately leave and go into a new server. This will automatically allow you to go ahead and redo this process over and over and over again without having the cooldown. But if you do that now, it's not going to let you do it anymore, so it's already fixed. The funny part is you could actually take your little eggs too and place them down, and the moment that you did, you can instantly open them. This, however, was also patched relatively quickly. I got to 11, which I'm okay with because at least I don't have to get to 17. I only need to do this a few more times and then I'm pretty much done. But because I'm a little impatient, I went ahead and just went and bought the maple resin seed by itself. It is 1,000 Robux, so obviously you guys have that 1 out of 60 chance or that 1% chance of getting this inside of the shop. I'm impatient, so I didn't feel like waiting. Speaking of impatient, I'm still waiting for this thing to grow out. I do have this maple sprinkler that I am going to go ahead and use on this because it is still a part of the theme of fall, so I'm going to assume that this applies to this as well. Okay, so we're at 76% for the maple resin right now, and I would say this is like a really big fall tree. Like, if you're thinking of fall, this is definitely it. I think it's safe for me to go ahead and put this down now and actually put down some more sprinklers because, again, I'm just like the most impatient person ever on planet Earth. What's the worst that could happen, right? Okay, so we have all of the sprinklers that I think are going to be really important on this, and we're just gonna let it grow out. So the sprinkler that is new is going to last you 5 minutes. This is definitely gonna help us out, especially when it comes to the size. I also brought in my shroomies as well. I thought it would be a good idea to go ahead and take advantage of the shroomies because they can increase the size of your crops so long as you have mushrooms. What I would love if these dinosaurs would actually hit the plant. They've been hitting my apples for whatever reason. Okay, so we're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. My goodness. Okay, we finally hit the 100% on the tree. So now we're just gonna have to wait and see how big these things can get. It's definitely a climbable tree. So this is like my first transcendent thing that I've gotten inside of the game. So this is actually really exciting. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the wiki while we're waiting for the actual crops to grow out of the tree. So apparently this is the 3rd highest base value. This makes Bone Blossom and Candy Blossom the most expensive inside of the game, with this being 3rd. Now, when you do buy it inside of the shop, it's actually pretty expensive, especially for what it is. It's 1.5 billion to purchase within the shop, or the 1,000 Robux if you want to go that route. Ooh, wait a minute. I see something growing in the back. Hold on. Okay, so we have our first coming out right over here. Okay, so the first thing I got right here is almost 8 million just for the base. And that's without it being like mutated with like gold or silver, rainbow. 8 million's not that bad actually. Oh my gosh, it's actually getting bigger. Is this the only one that's growing though? What the heck just happened? Oh my gosh. What is this? Bro, I grew a bowling ball on my blight, okay? Oh wow, look at this. It's like glitching or something. It's 20, 30. Okay, so this one's actually a pretty okay size. I wonder if I reclaim the tree and redo this again, maybe the tree might get bigger and I might be able to yield more crops. If I only have the ability to just grow one thing at a time, that stinks. Which it might be because of the size of the plant. Right, so I'm just gonna wait until this thing is actually done growing. What the heck is a marmat? I want to buy a marmat. I I don't know what it is, but still. Okay, so it looks like it grew out completely and it did get one singular mutation, so we'll take a look at that. So it has wet. Oh no, I'm gonna have to reclaim it. One fruit at a time kind of stinks, so we're gonna redo that plant. But so let's go ahead and take a look at what we're looking at. All right, so it looks like we grew the letter G and it's got neon on it. This is actually a pretty cool looking crop, I'm not gonna lie. So this is our new transcendent plant. This is already at 15 million and with just one singular mutation on it. I'm gonna go ahead and feed it to my triceratops. Okay, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and redo this thing again because I just did not like the fact that it's so tiny. So we're gonna redo it and we're gonna hope that this plant does not explode again with my coconut and quite possibly my pine cones, which I didn't even realize. We'll put it right here. Okay, we're gonna have to do this whole process over again until we get something that we really like. So it do be what it is. Okay, so this is the first time that I actually grew it on my third plot that I just got, and you see how many more this actually yields compared to the other one that I grew. Yeah, we're gonna have to redo it because I wanted to have the same amount of fruits. And just as a FYI, I know we're gonna have to talk about this real quick. The reason why we're using a shroomy for this, or multiple shroomies, all nearby plants within a 16, we'll round it up and say 16 just pretty much because that 2.5 is just whatever. We'll just say 16. Studs will have an increased 0.010 times size bonus for every fungus type plant planted in your garden. So every fungus thing, such as a mushroom, anything that is classified as a fungus, you'll get a size bonus for this within your garden. So I could technically plant my dusk puffs or whatever the heck they're called and just wait for those to grow out because those do technically count as a fungus. I do have all of my mushrooms right over here, which I have not touched yet because I cannot reclaim those. So I'm hoping that bonus size kicks in for these because that's really going to help this out. Okay, so this one definitely looks a lot bigger compared to the other one that I had, so I'm happy with this. This is taking up so many of my watering cans. How long does this take in order for it to grow out? 16 hours. Okay, that is why. I wish I had pancakes. I wish I had pancakes. Animals be herded to the tree, please. Okay, so this plant completely grew out. So this is our third time growing a maple resin, and I think it's gonna yield a few of these, which I'm really going to be happy about. While we're waiting for this, I think this is a really good opportunity for everybody to just pretty much take advantage of when this is in stock. Remember, you need to do this 17 times, and then afterwards, you have to keep redoing it until you get this in stock. This is going to be a very time-consuming thing because it is going to be a 1 out of 60 chance for it to reset every 5 minutes that you choose to do this. And this might mean you might not even get it the first time, the second time, the first day, the second day, depending on how quickly you're able to do this. We're theoretically not opening up seed packs, but this is a very low chance of getting, especially if you have to do this every single time. The cooldown is 5 minutes. All right, so we have our very first resin growing out, which I can already see is going to be relatively pretty big. I am not growing this again. If it's only a 1 plant yield thing, it is what it is. I am not waiting. I am not waiting for this thing to grow out again. This thing took all of my watering cans. I have 175 left. Okay, sweet. So the good news is I just unlocked the golden peach, and this is with the 13 being done so far. So this should be something else that I'm going to grow at some point. Space squirrel's also on the same caliber as the resin, so I'm going to have to wait for that one. And it looks like the golden acorn as well. So the last 4 I'm going to have to really lock in. It should not take more than 20 minutes depending on what this thing actually wants. Okay, so it looks like we have the resin, and that is actually really big. What is this? Hold on, I gotta magnifying glass it. It's already at 34 million? Holy cow. The other one that we had wasn't even that expensive. This one's already at 34 million. That's actually pretty good. What are your guys' thoughts on this? Do you guys think this is better than a bone blossom? I know not everybody was able to get a bone blossom when they were first out, but I think this is a really good starter for anybody that's missing a transcendent plant inside of their garden. And this is a good starting point because this is a pretty good seed for what it is. Sure, it may not be a candy blossom or a bone blossom, but it's a maple resin and it's doing pretty well. Oh, sweet. Okay, so it is growing multiple maple resins in here. So I see a silver one. Here, let's go in first person because I can't say anything. All right, so we have a silver one, which is already at 51 million. Holy cow, dude, the Romo Secco over there grew really big too. Okay, so it looks like I grew 2 out. I feel like this can get so much more bigger. Let me collect it, actually. Oh, Oh, it has a mutation on it. It has a fall mutation on it. So you're gonna be able to see, like, what are those, Lego bricks flying out of it? It looks like Lego bricks. All right, let's go see how much this is worth officially. I know we saw it, but still. So 34 million with just one mutation on it. All right, it looks like it's growing maybe 2 silver ones, it looks like now. Or maybe it's just 1 silver one. I can't tell. Actually, it just might be 1 huge silver one. That's actually really big. Okay, so as that's growing, this is worth 51 million right now. Okay, so it's gonna come to no shocker that I'm gonna go ahead and spray this with some mutation sprays just because I want to see how much this is gonna go up if I just spray it. Now, these are the most basic things that you can get with inside of like the shops and stuff, or if you create them. All right, so far we have silver, verdant, glimmering, windstruck, wet, honey glazed, and cloud touched on this. This is kind of already hitting 1 billion already, and I'm already a little shocked. Compared to what other plants that I've mutated before in the past, I think this is actually pretty promising. Okay, so we have the all-star squad here. I have the tiny mimic octopus, a tanchuzuru, my lobster, 2 lemon lions, and finally, this phoenix that I ended up hatching just the other day. His name is, what? His name's Tid. Bro, what kind of name is Tid? Come over here. You're getting a new name. What kind of name is that? Get out of here. How do I name you? Cappy? I'm not naming you Cappy either. Jay? No. America? Wait, what does it say? I can't read. Come here. Tavi? Talos, right? Is your name Talos? I don't want Talos. Bella. Rolo. Good enough. His name's Rolo, guys. I don't know what Tid was, but now his name is Rolo. All right, after that entire thing, what we're currently sitting at is almost 1 billion with just what we're currently seeing right now. This is actually really crazy to look at. Compared to all of the other plants that I've mutated before in the past, I definitely feel like this is the brand new seed that you guys should definitely focus on. As mentioned before, this might be a little difficult for those that might not have the time to actually constantly submit things and pay attention to the shop when you have to. I'm assuming that we have probably a good amount of time for this seed. You guys probably have like 2 weeks. Worst case scenario, if this seed goes away within the first week, at least you have the week. Of course, if you want to get updated on this plant, make sure you check out my Discord server where I will be posting pictures of it as I'm progressively mutating it, and hopefully this actually garners enough for you guys to go ahead and consider getting in the future, because I feel like this plant here is definitely going to be one of those things that you might want to get as soon as possible. And we're not even hitting like the crazy like multipliers either. That's insane. So as always, this is where we're going to go ahead and end the video. So if you guys do like this type of content, make sure you like, as it does help me come out with more content like this for you guys, and I would appreciate it. And if you're new, hi, I do grow garden content and you should subscribe. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Bye.